time. What's going on, beautiful people? I'm the Grandmaster, but I also go by D-Ray, and I am your coach of the San Diego Snugglers, and we have arrived. This is week number 1 of the IBL. Big shout out to Brendan, aka Dark Devil 26, for inviting us to this league, to inviting us to this season. This is gonna be our stomping grounds. Just kidding. It's gonna be really fun. There's a lot of really new coaches that new to me, that I have not been familiarized with. We're just meeting for the first time, just like this coach. This week, we are taking on ItzSawk and his Milwaukee Boltons. I'm very excited for this week. It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting quite some time to get this league going, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So today is going to be the team builder for our game against ItzSawk, explaining what we're going to bring, why we're gonna bring it, all the EVs, IVs, all that fun jazz. If you guys are into that fun stuff, make sure you shadow claw that thumbs up button. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, hit the bell button so you guys get notified every single time I post a new video. With all that being said, let's just hop right on into it. So, if you guys did not see our draft analysis, I will leave a link down in the description below of what we actually have on the overall team, because today we're just going to go over the 6 Pokemon that we're going to be bringing. Below Mimikyu, the mascot, you're going to be seeing my opponent's team. He's got a Corviknight, very, very threatening, steel and flying type Pokemon. Very good Pokemon, very versatile, really bulky. Could be physically defensive, specially defensive, pivot, setup. You just never know what it's going to bring. Just hazard removal, support for the team. But Corviknight, very, very good. I do think he brings it. He's got a Seismitoad. Seismitoad is a very, very good water and ground type Pokemon that can set up hazards with Stealth Rock and is very, very bulky. Water absorbability, very good, so it cannot be scalded. So it's going to be something that's going to be on the radar, and I do believe that it comes. And he's got a Pelipper to match with it. So this is a rain team for the most part. Pelipper is there to set the rain with its drizzle ability. Very good flying and water type Pokemon. So this thing can hit off really strong choice specs. Surfs, Hydro Pumps, Hurricanes, 100% accurate Hurricanes. So it could be supportive, it could be bulky, it could be pivot, it could just be a weather setter. So I do believe that he's going to pair his Seismitoad with his Pelipper this week. And strangely so, he does have a G-Max Pokemon. G-Max Centiskorch, I think, is going to come. Only because this is G-Max Pokemon. And this league is very different from the AP Academy I've explained it in my draft analysis, but this league allows us to run any item whatsoever on our G-Max Pokemon, so there's no restrictions. So he can run heavy duty boots on his Centiskorch, and he can run other coverage because Centiskorch does get access to Scald. So rain boosted Scalds can be a thing. That's something that I do have to keep in mind. But Centiskorch can be pretty threatening because its G-Max move, Centiflames or whatever it's called, it does trap the opponent, just like how Sandaconda's does with the Rock Tomb. This traps it in with the Fire Spin. So it's something to keep in mind. He's got a Gengar, very threatening Ghost-type Pokemon. Ghost-type Pokemon this generation are extremely good. Gengar is one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time, because Ghost and OG and the Dentures, phenomenal. Gengar is a really good Ghost Poison-type Pokemon, very hard-hitting. It could be a good wall breaker for him, a good sweeper. He can run anything on it, you never know. Could be set up with Nasty Plot, because they didn't get that this gen. But Gengar, I think it comes. Sawk, mascot Pokemon. So Sawk, very good fighting type Pokemon with the Mold Breaker ability. I do think he does bring it, only because it's going to be his only real physically offensive threat outside of a physically offensive Corviknight. So just to give himself more pressure on my team, that's the reason why I think he brings Sawk. Choice Banded, Choice Scarf, we'll see. He does have a Dreadnought to pair off with his Rain, so he has the option to go Dreadnought or with Seismitoad. They both have the same speed stat, so nothing to worry about there. One's rock and water, one's water and ground. Seismitoad is better in my opinion, because Seismitoad gets access to Power Whip, so get better coverage. This thing Dreadnought gets Swift Swim and Strong Jaw, but doesn't really have the moves to really take advantage of it in my opinion. So I don't think it comes. Excelgor, outside of Electrode, which is not in the game, it is the fastest Pokemon in the game, programmed in the game at the moment, so it could be something that comes because he could be threatened from our Zeraora. So Excelgor is a maybe. We'll see. He could also run an Unburdened Grassy Seed set. That could be something that he may want to do to make sure that he outspeeds our Zeraora, so it's on the radar. If he doesn't bring Scorch, he probably ends up bringing Excelgor, so that's going to be like the in-between. Manectric is a very good electric type Pokemon, 105 base speed I believe. Does get access to fire type coverage like Overheat and Flamethrower, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Snarl, things of that nature. I've seen Steve, aka Magnitude, run like Switcheroo, Flame Orb sets. That could be something he may want to do. He's got Barbaracle. Barbaracle is a very threatening setup sweeper. Could be run with heavy duty boots to get that Shell Smash off, or Focus Sash to ensure that he gets that 100% if there's no hazards on the field. Rock and Water type Pokemon with Tough Claws hits really, really hard. I don't think he brings it though. I really don't, because of the coverage that I have and the priority that I have. I don't think that it comes. And he does have a Sudowoodo, very, very slow and bulky offensive rock type Pokemon. Does have access to the Rock Head ability, I think is what it's called. So it's able to not take any damage from any recoil moves. So I don't think that it comes because it doesn't have a good matchup against my team. So Sudowoodo, the tree is going to stay there. Now what did we decide to bring? First mon of the squad, let me actually pull up my showdown specs here so you guys can run through the sets with me. First mon of the squad is going to be GCS. Shout out to Milan. GCS is going to be our Zeraora. Zeraora is running a Choice Scarf. Zeraora's EV spread is going to be 192 in attack, 140 in special attack, 4 in Spadef, 172 in speed with the Lonely Nature. This is going to be running it with Plasma Fist. Sorry for the spoilers. So, with all that being said, let's just hop into the team. What did we decide to bring? The first one on the squad is going to be GCS, the Zeraora. Shout out to Milan. GCS is going to be running Plasma Fist, Knockoff, Grass Knot, Volt Switch. The EV spreads we have on it is 192 in attack, 140 in special attack, 4 in defense, 172 in speed with the Lonely Nature. This is here to make sure that I'm able to one-shot Seismitoad and Dreadnought, depending on what it comes. If it's not Rindleberry, it does one-shot it. It is 101 minimum with the spread that I have. And then Plasma Fist, obviously, for our really, really good offensive stab. Volt Switch is to pivot around. I do outspeed a Jolly, Max Speed, Seismitoad, and Dreadnought in the rain by 1 point. So that's why it's Choice Scarfed. We're running Volt Absorb in case he wants to bring the Manectric, and it's his only ability. Duh. So the Choice Scarf this week, like I said. So the next mon that we have on the team is going to be John Jr., the Gengar. Shout out to the Portland Nightshaders. This is going to be our second Choice Scarfer, and it is our Gigantamax Pokemon. Again, there's no restriction on what items we can run on our Gmax Pokemon, so we're going to be running Choice Scarf this week because he does have a Gengar of his own. If he doesn't run Choice Scarf on it, I'm able to one-shot it with Shadow Ball, if not do a lot of damage depending on the spread. And I can also just spam Shadow Ball across his entire team because he does not have a normal type, nor does he have a dark type. So that's something that we can keep in mind. We want to come in, smash some stuff, and we have to stay in for longer than one turn, then we can Gigantamax up and start to destroy his team. His Gmax Ooze Sledge Wave does give it a +1 special attack boost, so that's one thing to keep in mind. The move spread that we have, like I said, Shadow Ball, Sledge Wave, Thunderbolt is there for the Pelipper and for the Corviknight. Giga Drain is there for the Seismitoad and for the Dreadnought. So very, very important spread this week. We're going to be running standard 252 attack, special attack, 4 in Spadef, 252 in speed. Very, very good for this team. No dark type means Gengar goes absolutely bananas. Next one of the squad we do have is Owen's Age. Oh, just kidding. This is going to be Blinn. Blinn the Carkol. Blinn is going to be running Steam Engine. The reason we're running Steam Engine is because whenever it hits with a fire type or a water type move, if I can switch this in on, this is going to be our dedicated Scorch switch in. If we can get hit by a fire type move, we can boost our speed by +6 and then outspeed it and then hit it with a Rock Blast. Hopefully twice, depending on when we can get it in. And then we can one-shot it if we get 3 or 4, depending on the spread, hits with Rock Blast. Stealth Rock is there for hazards, Rapid Spin is to keep them away from us, and Rest is for longevity because this Pokemon is really, really good against his team. The EV spread that we're running is going to be 252 in HP, 252 in Spadef, 4 in defense with Careful Nature. So very, very good. This is going to be running the EV Light, obviously, because it's not fully evolved. Very, very good. That's going to be Blinn. Shout out to Blinn and the Cranberry Copper Jaws. He helped a lot with this team, so Thank you so much, Blaine. I appreciate you. The overall team, not today's build. The overall team. Next mon that we have is going to be Owen's Age. Shout out to OG Albina and his dog Age. We're going to be running the Grassy Silvally this week. We're going to be running it with 248 in HP, 116 in defense, 52 in special attack, 92 in speed, and a timid nature. This is here to basically bop almost everything. We have Grass Pledge for Seismitoad, for Dreadnought. We have Thunderbolt for Pelipper and for Corviknight. Thunder Wave is to start to cripple stuff if we can't knock it out. If we can Thunder Wave the Corviknight, that would be phenomenal. If we can Thunder Wave the Gengar, that would be really, really good. But this is here to take physically offensive hits. And if his Sock is Choice Scarf, or if it's gone bananas for whatever reason, hit a Thunder Wave and cripple that out. Also, Parting Shot is for us to be able to pivot around and reduce attack so we can get in our bigger threats a lot safer. So our chaos system gives us the Grassy memory, obviously. So this Pokemon is going to be really, really good this week. I'm able to resist any water type stab as well as any ground type moves coming off of Seismitoad. I do have to be worried about Hurricane from Pelipper. If I get burnt, it is what it is. We are a special type Pokemon, or especially offensive threat this week. Whew, the nerves are kicking in, guys. Next mon that we have is Mid the Noivern. Shout out to Mid Pokemaster. We have Draco Meteor, Air Slash, Roost, and U-Turn. EV spread. We're going to be running with our mid is 100 in HP, 252 in special attack, 156 in speed with the timid nature. This is going to be outspeeding his Gengar, non-choice scarf by 1 point. With the Frisk ability, because it's one of the best abilities in Draft League in my opinion, to be able to scout out different items. If I can scout out a choice scarf on Gengar, that's going to be good for us. And items on any other Pokemon, like Rindleberry on Seismitoad or Dreadnought. That's going to be really, really good for us. I want to use this mod to pivot around, basically. We're going to be running it with heavy duty boots so we can keep coming in and out on rocks with no worry. So this is going to be our pivot. It's going to be our scout. He does not have a fairy type. So this man does not have a dark and he does not have a fairy, which means that Draco Meteor is 100% spammable besides the drops of special attack. So Noivern going to do huge amounts of damage. If he decides to bring in the Excelgor and he goes bananas, we do one-shot it with the EV spread that we have with Air Slash if he's non-invested. So if he's not Focus Sash, we don't have to worry about that. Roost is for longevity. U-Turn again is to pivot around, like I said. Shout out to Mid Pokemaster. Shout out to Jesse. Last mon on the squad that we do have is Silver Seraph, the Bisharp, running it with Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, and Facade. The EV spreads for our Silver Seraph here is 4 in HP, 252 in attack, 20 in speed def, 220 in speed with the Adamant Nature, and we're going to be running it with the Assault Vest this week and the Defiant ability. Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, and Facade are really, really good coverage against this entire team. Knockoff, Sucker Punch, or Stab. Sucker Punch is to knock out the Gengar by 1 hit, or if, depending on the matchup, or how much is EV spread, obviously, but it's to be able to pick stuff off. Facade is there as in case. So I can switch this in on a Scald. If I get burnt, I can just use Facade. So that way I can keep the damage output on our Bisharp. Knockoff is there obviously for our hardest hitting stab and to remove items. So Bisharp could come in clutch. If we can get it rocks, and his only way to get rid of hazards is with Defog. So if we can come in on a Defog and get +2 attack, this Pokemon goes absolutely bananas. So very excited for Bisharp. Shout out to Silver Seraph. So as you notice that all the Pokemon are named after my friends that are in the Draft League community. Shout out to all my buds. They're great people. I love them to death. So that is going to be the team this week. So if you guys are excited for this, again, leave a like, comment down below what you guys think about the team. I'm about to play ItzSawk right now, and you guys will see the battle, I believe tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what the schedule is just yet, but you will see it at another time. Thank you so much for watching the team builder. I'm going to get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your night, and above all else, be nice. Peace.